Well, Timothy, Cardinal Dolan now back in New York. This is after meeting with Ukrainian refugees and Catholic aid agencies in Eastern Europe.
He began his journey in Poland last week. He also made a secret visit to the city of Lviv in Ukraine. Cardinal Dolan joining us now, basically just off a trip overnight. How are you feeling this morning, Your Eminence?
Bianca and Rosanna, I just hope I look better than I feel. But thanks for your interest in the trip to Ukraine and the bordering countries. It was extraordinarily inspirational.
So tell us about your pilgrimage. It was like a secret trip to Ukraine.
Yeah, I didn't intend it that way. I didn't know that it was secret. I found out afterwards that they kind of thought, oh, for security measures, we better keep this quiet. So I would, until I was back safe and sound, which thank God happened. My major reason for going over there was to visit the refugees. And they are, 4 million refugees have fled Ukraine, understandably so, almost overwhelmingly women and children, okay? And that is the greatest refugee challenge the world has faced since the close of the Second World War. So my main goal was to listen to them, to embrace them, to tell them of our love and our compassion, that they're not alone, that we're with them all the way. And I mean it. I'm just not using a cliche here. I was inspired by their sense of hope, their resilience, their grit, their determination. Most of all, I was just moved beyond belief about the tsunami of assistance and aid that has gotten to the refugees, both on the border countries. I went to Poland and Slovakia, but also in Ukraine. Now, we don't call them refugees because they haven't left their countries. They are displaced people in that they've left the eastern part of Ukraine, where the heavy destruction and aggression is taking place, and they're crowded into the western part of Ukraine. And I was able to visit with them in Lviv. I found I found myself inspired by their sense of hope, but also there's no way I can exaggerate this. The overwhelming support that these people have gotten from around the world.
Yeah.
The major message they gave me, Rosanna and Bianca, was please tell the people back in the United States, thank you, thank you, thank you. I saw warehouses of blankets, medicine, food, clean water, which they need very much. I saw the volunteers, thousands of them, who are treating these people with amazing warmth and tenderness and helping to get them settled. This is what moved me. They didn't want to settle them in camps, okay? They're settling them with people. So the families of Poland and Slovakia, I hear the same in Moravia and in Hungary. I wasn't able to go there. They're putting them with families. So they're integrated into the life there. Their kids are able to go to school. They have friendly people with whom to live. And this just left me just beyond words in the inspiration they gave me.
Now, Cardinal Dolan, when you talk about this just fight that the Ukrainian people have to get through just to survive another day and everything that they're going through, I know you spoke to the Vatican about your fear of this war expanding. Do you still feel the same in this current, as you're back here?
Yeah, Bianca, see, that's the looming oppressive black cloud that is over Ukraine, because we don't know how far and how long the Russian attacks are going to be expanded, see? And if the Russians keep coming to the West, well, then things are going to get worse. There's going to be more refugees. There's going to be more needs for housing and everything they need for a decent existence. That could strain the amazing relief effort that I have seen. You're right. Before I went to the border countries in Ukraine, I was in Rome, and I was able to meet with officials there, including Pope Francis. And they say this too. They said so far these people are being welcomed and embraced and cared for. But if this terror continues, how much longer can they be welcomed and tended to? That's the looming question.
Your Eminence, while we have you here, I know that while you were on the plane, there was a leaked document from the Supreme Court suggesting that Roe versus Wade might be overturned. It is a draft, but yesterday the governor of New York spoke out and said that she will make New York City or New York State a sanctuary city for abortion. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, you're right. I didn't know about this till I got back late last night. One of your colleagues from another station was there to ask me about the trip, and she told me about this leaked document. I'm a little chagrined with everybody else about a leaked document, what authority it has, and is this going to compromise the delicacy, the prudence, the integrity of the Supreme Court's decision making? But I would have to say, if that's true, I find that hopeful and promising. We need to make our beloved country and the world a sanctuary for everybody, not only women who are in trouble and in anguish because of an untimely pregnancy, but also a sanctuary for the baby. All right, the unborn baby who's as fragile and innocent as they come. And obviously, as Robert Kennedy reminded us a long time ago, the real report card for if we're going to call ourselves a civil society is how we take care of the most vulnerable. All right. So you've got women in distress who are vulnerable. You've also got the baby in the womb who's vulnerable and whose civil right to life needs to be protected for a country that was constructed on that principle. And for us, it's always been, it's not an either or thing, it's a both and. Now, I realize that's kind of tough to implement sometimes, but I'm just hoping that the country can become a source of both and, supporting women in times of need and also protecting the life of those unborn babies. Maybe this will be an invitation to do that.
Cardinal Dolan, we're always happy that you come on Good Day New York, and we're happy, of course, that you're back safe and sound.
Yes.
So thank you.
Can I go back to bed?
Yeah, he's still on Ukrainian time.
I don't get any sympathy from you. I went to bed at midnight. I was up at 3:30, but you two have to do that every day. So I'm not getting any sympathy from you all.
Well, we know you do a lot, so go take a little nap. Thank you so much, Your Eminence.
You're on. Good to be with you.